My name's Jonathan, and thank you all for coming here tonight. It is a blessing to see so many people gathered here to celebrate my dad's 60th birthday. I hope you guys are enjoying the slideshow. You can see some pretty old photos.
Wow!
The older the photo, the more of my jawline you can actually see. So today with my speech, I was thinking about, saying some nice words about Dad. They're kind of making some fun of him because that's how I normally do things. But I remember that he's my dad, and I need somewhere to sleep tonight, so I'm probably going to just keep it nice and short. So some may call my dad colleague, some may call him a friend or boss, Robert. However, Hannah and I, we call him Dad. So today, Dad, you can see that he's always very hardworking, intelligent, logical, determined. He committed to establishing a solid foundation that would grow into the successful general home loans business that we see today. And this is not new information to anybody. We have all seen the man that Dad is and how strong and reliable character he is. However, what you guys don't know is his role as a father. So, as a baby, my first clear memory I can really remember involves me being held in my dad's arms, and I'm playing with the strings on his jumper, his Nike jumper. And back then, I can't say today anyways, who my favourite parent is. But maybe when I was little, I think Dad might have been the winner, just by a little bit. So, as a child... As a child, I used to have trouble sleeping by myself when I was a little boy, and I'd often wake up in the middle of the night. And I realized that when I woke up in the middle of the night, that I'd be in the room by myself. And this is we're in our little apartment, so my room was just directly across the hall from my parents' room. So Mum believed that I should learn to fall back asleep on my own. So I decided to make it a mission to get my dad to come back to my room with me. So what I would do is I'd walk to the bathroom just outside my parents' door, and then I'd get on my hands and knees, and then I'd crawl into my parents' bedroom. Now at the time, Mum slept just on the outside, towards the door, so I have to sneak around my mum all the way to the other side to my dad. And then from there, I'd try and pull at the sheets, try and get him to wake up, and then I'd bring him back to my room. And most nights I was pretty successful in getting my dad to put me back to sleep. And if he happened to fall asleep for the rest of the night in my bed, well then that's just a bonus. So I thought that I had gotten away with it all these years, and it turns out Mom knew every single time. She just pretended to be asleep and let it happen. Also, one thing that I'm sure you guys know is Dad loves animals. You can see in the photos, there's my dog Charlie, there's a chicken. They called her number 2. But there was a long time ago, before my dog joined the family, we owned a lot of pet fish, and naturally as time goes on, fish will pass away. So normally what happens is you either throw the fish into the toilet or you bury the fish. Not my dad. He tried to resuscitate a fish with a straw. Yeah? Have you ever seen a man with CPR on a fish? Yeah. But Dad is also good at giving me tough love as well, especially when I need it. When I was 18 and I was trying to go from my learners to my red peas, he would leave work early and with his car, which is that big Mazda CX-9, the 4-wheel drive that he drives today, and he would come home so I could drive the 4-wheel drive and take it to work. So I can't thank him enough for his commitment and his sacrifice to help me grow, even when he was so busy and under pressure from work. Anyway, so back to the tough love. I had a bad habit when I was learning to drive. So when I'm approaching a roundabout and I need to turn right, I slow down as I'm about to hit the roundabout, and then I take my foot off the brake, hard right, and I just swing the car through the roundabout. And this made Dad so angry. This is a horrible way to drive, don't ever do it. So one day Dad came home as usual with his Mazda, and we start to head towards work. So there's a roundabout outside Strathfield. I'm driving towards the roundabout, I can see it. So I do my special driving technique. I start to slow down, then I take my foot off the brake and I turn right very hard. This time Dad's had enough. He yells at me, the next time I do this bloody stupid turn, he's gonna pull on the handbrake so I have to slow down. And so I believed him, and I cut it out from then on. Now, if anybody has ever driven Dad's Mazda CX-9, you would know that there is no handbrake. It's a foot brake, and only I can press it. But you know what? It worked. So him threatening to pull that handbrake on the foot brake, I still believed him. So here we are, celebrating Dad's 6th decade, and I can say that Dad has aged well and gotten better looking as he got older. Trust me, he's definitely improved. I guess my mum made a good return with interest on her investment in this scenario. As a family, we've never been the richest, but Dad, along with Mum, has always made us feel secure, safe, and I've never felt that I didn't have enough. I appreciate everything you've ever given me, and all the lessons you have taught me, Dad. Happy birthday, I love you.
好，那我们现在呢，有请 Darren 的女儿 Hannah 大美女为我们发言。
大家好，我是 Darren 的女儿 Hannah，和爸爸的最喜欢的孩子。谢谢大家来庆祝我爸爸的60岁的生日。Auntie May 让我说一些中文，但是我的中文不是很好。Auntie May 说，这是因为我不听爸爸的话，但是我认为这是因为我不听 Auntie May 的话。那我先说一点点奶奶和爷爷，谢谢你抚养我的爸爸，我爱你。现在呢，我讲英文，因为我的中文真的不好。Okay. So I'll start speaking in English now. Earlier I just said that, hi, my name is Hannah. I'm Darren's daughter and also his favorite child. Thank you all for coming to celebrate my dad's 60th birthday. I also said, Auntie May asked if I could speak some Chinese, and she was like, you know, you can say that your Chinese isn't good because you didn't listen to Dad when you were younger. But I think it's actually because I didn't listen to Auntie May when I was younger. And I also thanked my grandparents for raising my dad. Yes, so everyone thinks my dad is a really serious and stern guy, but the truth is, he is that. Particularly when it comes to his work. He wants to get the job done and wants it done well. He always talks about quality. Sometimes he can come off as a little scary. I'm sure his colleagues know that. But as a big boss, sometimes you need that. He's also someone who draws respect from his clients and his co-workers. And I think that's a really good sign of what type of hardworking man he is. So yeah, my dad is a hardworking man who has gone through a lot to get to where he is today. Before there was General Home Loans, he worked as, you know, a factory worker making plastic, a driving instructor, maybe that's why Jono copped a lot when he was driving, and also a fish shop owner. He also worked hard to bring my family all the way from East Timor. He's someone who doesn't stop either. Many times my brother and I have picked up the home phone to hear from the other end, 喂，这是 Darren 吗？我有一个贷款的事情。You know? We pick up the phone, he's given to his clients our home number to call. And we said, no give you his mobile number. Do you have his mobile number? But yeah, he'll always answer the phone for his customers, and he really cares about them. My dad also doesn't just care for his business, but he also cares for his one true love, golf. He is so dedicated that he would wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning not to play golf, but to watch golf on the TV. Other than being stern and serious, my dad is also quite goofy. As you can see in some of the photos, he's a bit funny. People say that I'm a lot like my dad. You know, we're both kind of tall and skinnier, and we're both, pretty goofy. And everyone says I also look like him, and I guess that's not a bad thing. I mean, he hasn't aged at all since he was 16. One thing about my dad, though, is that he's also the weakest in the family. Well, what does that mean? He's the weakest when it comes to resisting my dog Charlie's puppy eyes. I think the reason why Charlie is always short in his treats is because Dad is the one that gives him out. He can't help but show his love to our dog by feeding him and making him a little bit fatter than we'd like. See, our dog just there resting on Dad's head. But that's my dad. He just wants to spoil and love our family, and he never wants to feel like we're struggling or that we don't have enough. And Dad, I love you very much, and I always thank God for you. I appreciate everything that you have done for myself and our family. 我爱你。
好，那我们现在呢，就请我们的李太太来为大家发言，掌声有请。
谢谢大家。今天是个特殊的日子，因为是 Darren 60岁生日。在这里欢迎在座的每一位亲朋好友，欢迎你们到这里来跟我们庆祝这个特别的日子。这个对我们来说是很有意义的。尤其是我们有那个年长的父母也在，兄弟姐妹，还有他们的家人，跟我们一起庆祝，欢迎你们的参与。那我在这里呢，我也要非常感谢 May， 还有 Andrew， 还有 Clay， 还有陈月，还有William， 你们特别的那个还有 John， 特别的筹备今天的晚宴，还有节目的安排，谢谢你们。那我还要谢谢那个妹夫 James， 他给我们的祈祷，还有 Clay 你的那个甜美的歌声，
谢谢。还有呢，下面还有。
期待着谢谢你们。那接下来呢，我就要对我们今天的那个寿星说几句话了。我要说的就是感谢你的辛苦劳碌对我们家的付出，还要感谢你给我的关怀、理解还有支持。祝你生日快乐，平平安安，健健康康，幸福如意。谢谢大家。